I did not have a listening relationship with that program, the lounge program. But if I did, I would most certainly have someone advise me not to share that with the public, meaning you.
It's The Lounge Show with Rob Scott and Bob Day, two veteran broadcasters who love to hear themselves talk and are somehow able to tolerate each other. Let's see if you can tolerate them as well. Here's Rob and Bob.
Thank you. Thank you. Ah, yes. Thank you. Thank you for the recognition we so richly deserve. Oh, yes, thank you, sir. Yes, he yelled your name. Clearly, Rob, he said Rob Scott. Wow, okay, now this is the kind of crowd I am, like you at home watching with the chat. Let's say Whoop, let's say Yahoo, let's say, whatever, join in the enthusiasm. Let's see it in the comments, even if you're on the replay. This energy is, oh, wow, and then just suddenly
passed out. Billie Eilish doesn't look as good as she used to, and neither does Gaffigan bringing in the lounge show.
No. I felt it was time for a change. I've been sitting at that computer doing edity things all day.
Edity things.
All day. Like, if it's not that, then it was a video for a thing we've got coming up. And then more of those animations, the AI animations. You've probably seen a couple of those on my timeline, right?
Once or twice, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I also saw today that our names are Milt and Silt, as I'm not mistaken. And this is The Lounge, and that's Bob Doyle, and I'm Rob Scott, and
it's 9 o'clock on a Saturday.
And we're here again. We weren't here last week, of course. Bob was tied up.
That's right. I just broke free moments
ago.
You were gonna I haven't eaten in a week.
I was so hoping you wouldn't do the actual tied up bit, but you did. And I was in a robe and they had me on. I'm Houdini. Anyway, the point is he was indisposed. So we had but I didn't tell you this. So what happened at 9 o'clock on a Saturday, and we weren't there. We just, because Bob and I don't play by just any set of rules. We write our own, and they're a living, breathing document at the lounge.
Okay, this has turned into a wedding speech.
And anyway, so at 9 o'clock last Saturday, because I knew no lounge, I jumped in the shower. I was going to take a nice shower, and then apparently I got out and I saw I had missed a call from Samantha, from my daughter, and she was worried because there was no lounge. And then she said, I texted Bob and there was no reply there. And then you aren't answering.
Well,
and I said, well, Bob was busy.
Thank you for explaining that, because I was like, why the hell is she texting me and not her father about why the show's not on?
There's
I could not figure that out, but you were in the shower. So she tried, obviously.
And she got worried.
Right.
She must think I've fallen and I can't get up. I'm at that stage of life.
Maybe she thought we Thelma and Louised our asses out of here.
Possibly. Either way, I called 20 after 9, and everything was fine. And she chuckled. She had even called her mom and said, I can't get a hold of Dad. It was a regular.
It was a thing. All right.
It was a thing.
I'm sorry, Sammy, if you're watching.
No, and there's new rules now. Because of the thing, there's new rules. And the rules are, if there's no lounge, which is fine because it's a living, breathing document, Bob and I. If there's no lounge, I just can't shower at 9 o'clock. Either shower before or shower.
So many rules, like just let Sam know or something like that. No,
right? No.
The shower at 9 o'clock would not have been.
That's the rule.
The outcome. Interesting.
And so now, because then if she sees no lounge and she wants to just make sure her old man is fine, no one is allowed to fall. There you go. Apparently in the shower, right? I'm not allowed to fall. I'm reading the tote board. Anyway, so that's the thing. No shower right at 9 o'clock. Apparently, so then she won't worry about, Dad fell and he can't get up. I guess I'm at that stage where they think, oh my gosh, he's all on his own. Hope he'll be okay. Now that lounge keeps him spry.
Yeah. But it takes him all day to get from downstairs to upstairs with that tea. It's lukewarm by the time he gets there.
That's right. It is. So anyway, we're here now, and I will tell you, and I know you probably know this, but this is by far my favorite week of the year. Seriously, there's not a bit. It is my favorite week of the year because it leads up to my favorite holiday, which is Thanksgiving. I love Thanksgiving, and I'm already starting the whole. You plan the meal, you do the thing, you get to. It's the big cook, and it's also a great holiday because usually you get 4 days, usually depending, but always 4. Even at Christmas time, you don't necessarily get 4 full days off every time, and no decorating, no presents, just a big meal and 3 days after. Not a bad package.
And it's the season for us to pass the links to the Thanksgiving videos that we cannot share on this program.
Oh, yes. I honestly forgot
We can't
about
forget.
the educational films about pilgrims.
It's pretty much the ball is in your court each year. I think I actually have them saved on my computer somewhere, but that's not the point.
No,
Point
I'm
is,
glad
you have to send them, and then I have to watch and laugh again.
And also that was a swing and a miss with the lovely and talented booth announcer Tracy. She didn't dislike them, but we thought she might like them a little more. But that's another one of those Bob and me. We laugh at things and we think everyone else is going to laugh at them, and of course, they do not.
Yes, so Amber, it is really about 48 degrees right here in Henderson.
42 at the lake and in Atlanta.
Wow, 48 degrees. It got chilly, didn't it, Rob?
Speaking of which, I just every now and then glance at Grand Forks, North Dakota, and I guarantee Stephen, my son, is happier to be in Salt Lake City. Today, as I looked, flurries and 3-4 degrees. Ooh. It's all, like winter is officially there, and it just hangs out, man. It
like
just
at that point, is it like?
No, below 0 is when it starts to get really stupid, although that's only 3 degrees away from 0. But like people go, like, it's 25 degrees just so much worse than, no, not 15 below, 25 below. Below is below. It's just brutal on the system and your vehicle and everything else. But like 20 degrees is kind of nice.
I can't jump in a 60-degree pool.
Yeah, you can't. You really can't.
60? No.
But that's cold. 60 degrees is cold water. But
yeah, but it's not minus anything.
30 below. Yeah, 30 below, and then the wind, and it just, I don't care what you're wearing, it just bites right through you. It needs to snow here. Yes, Sammy is praying for a white Christmas here in Atlanta. Sure we are. In fact, speaking of that, I saw Sammy today. I saw my daughter today, and she didn't know that there's a sequel, which we started it, but we didn't, to A Christmas Story. Did you know this?
Yes, I saw the trailer for it, and I have high hopes that it'll be entertaining, at least just for the. Like they definitely are going, okay, we're just going to speak, we're going to completely, like, I think we talked about this. I guess we talked about this because like Ghostbusters 4, right?
Yes, right. The last one it was fun. You didn't watch it, right?
Ghostbusters, no, not yet, no.
Okay. I didn't want to ruin it for Bob, but it's nice. If you're a Ghostbusters fan, which so many of us are, it was fun. I'm hoping, but boy, this is a tough. And they use Peter Billingsley apparently is in it again, the same one that played Ralphie. So, and I don't know. I do know this because I watched like for 3 minutes today, and that was.
And I think it's the Flick and the other guy.
Yeah,
all grown up. So that's funny, you know.
And it takes place in 1973.
Oh, I didn't know that. But
either did I until I watched the first 3 minutes of it today, and that's all I watched. So I have no idea about anything.
I guess they had to make it age appropriate. I mean,
right.
He couldn't be 100
he couldn't be 48 years old in 2022 when he was 10 years old right after World War II. That's not going to mathematically line up.
Well, so wait. So when is it coming out?
As the kids say, they dropped it already on HBO Max.
Oh, okay. And so you have not seen it then, obviously.
I have not, but I have access to it. I'm a monthly subscriber to that, among other streaming services. And yes, but I work up to, for example, of course, you don't do movies, you don't do the thing. You live in a different media world. But do you have favorite holiday movies? Some that you don't mind watching?
I don't mind watching Elf.
Okay.
Scrooge never comes around, but Scrooge the musical, which we've talked about many times.
Albert Finney.
Yeah. Charlie Brown Christmas. I'll always look at that. I think I might be done with Rudolph, but I don't know. I might sit down with popcorn or something, watch it. If it's just like, because it's the bit to watch it. If I can make fun of it throughout, then I'm up for it, I guess.
See, we start, and this is something that now my daughter and my son-in-law also request now. So how cool is that? That you start the holiday season.
I found it in my wallet. I knew you stole it. I thought you put it there.
Yes.
Why would I put it there?
I didn't, I was thinking
Kindness?
Christmas.
Kindness? You stole it. He stole it. No, I didn't.
Yeah. That, and so we will watch that this Thursday, my friend. We will watch that and the house smells great today, by the way, speaking of Thanksgiving, because I made turkey.
Thanks.
Stock,
Oh.
which is an all-day affair. It's not hard work, but it takes about 6 hours, and just
That was the Peanuts character that didn't make it, right?
Turkey stock. Yeah.
We're gonna go with Woodstock just because it's timely.
Right.
I think you might live to regret it.
Yeah, that might be a decision.
Turkey stock, I think, is
paid for later. I think turkey stock's going to go over big. And what would the character look like? I'm just curious what turkey stock looks. I know what Pigpen looks like and Peppermint Patty and so forth, but I
don't know because he's got to fit, the friend of Snoopy paradigm. So he can't be like this gigantic turkey, right?
No, he can't.
Or maybe he could just be like Woodstock, but have the little comb hang down.
Could be. So anyway, Planes, Trains, and the other hidden Thanksgiving gem, because there aren't a lot of movies about Thanksgiving, although Bob and I have been doing Planes, Trains texts back and forth on Thanksgiving, referencing that movie for years.
Yeah.
But also my daughter's a junkie. She's a card-carrying member of the Watch Planes, Trains on Thanksgiving. But the other one is, and maybe you've seen it, it's called Scent of a Woman with Al Pacino.
I saw it once. When it first came on cable or whatever.
And that takes place over Thanksgiving weekend as well.
Okay,
and that's
I don't remember that.
But it's not. It doesn't have near the cachet that Planes, Trains, and Automobiles has.
PTA.
It's some kind of way. He wrote that in 3 days. Did you know that?
I think I probably have been told that by you more than 3 times. I'm just guessing, and I don't mean that. I don't mean that in a snotty way, even though I am very clear. Oh, there she is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, let's relax for a second with some.
Oh,
some
nice.
Of the,
Bob's Aquarium.
That's right. So we're going to share something creative of Rob's here shortly. So I thought I'd throw my creativity of the week in here. So this was one of my computer AI generated
animations. And then where did you get the music? Did you do the music, or did you just go grab some stock sound?
No, there's stock sound that comes with a lot of these apps, and
the reason I ask is I don't want the folks at home, I don't want the other loungeites to think I was giving you a hard time. Bob is creative, very creative with the keyboard, so this very well could have been an original piece.
Well, it's interesting because we've been talking about the idea of making NFTs out of these things just for grins.
What does that stand for again?
Non-fungible token. We won't go down that whole road, but I'm realizing that even though these animations are pretty cool and could probably, that even though I've licensed this music to use it the way that I've licensed it, I can't resell it as an NFT. So I would have to write my own music and redo all of these, which is better anyway, obviously, but it's...
Yeah. I mean, nothing against whoever put this together, but this is where I'm not giving Bob a hard time, boys and girls.
I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time mixing music with sound effects and stuff, like doing a little production with each of these things, like make it a thing, not just the, just the animation and try to create a mood and all that stuff. For me, it's a highly creative endeavor. It gets all my creative little, endorphins going, and it's just the best. So.
It's a processing chip that replaced the large yellow legal pad for Bob. It's his creative outlet. He can use the computer nowadays to Bob immerses into creativity, otherwise he'll explode.
Yeah, so between the computer and the phone, it's just like there's this workflow where you can crank these things out.
I said that to someone the other day too about you. I pointed at my phone. Oh, I know. I was visiting an old friend who used to go to our old church 100 years ago, Cumberland United Methodist, that church from 1 billion years ago. And Rick Nixon, and we were talking about this, that, and we were both making fun of ourselves because we only use 1/10 of what our phones are capable of doing. And I said, I've got a friend, Bob, who probably uses 95% of every way you can use a phone.
That's way overstating it.
Editing video, and you do a lot of things on the phone. I make phone calls.
It is amazing now, though, what you can do to edit video in a really like I would normally take all this stuff off my phone and run it into a real desktop, editing program. But I'm realizing I can get the exact same result and sometimes better, faster, right? Just on my phone with my fingers in like minutes. Like those whole
Isn't
things.
it funny we still call them phones, which to me is silly.
I know.
It's a computer that makes phone calls. It really is a computer.
What would you like to call it, Rob? Because computer is cumbersome.
No,
my hand
tether?
computer.
I'll call it a sociological tether.
Okay, well that's way more cumbersome to say than phone.
Yeah, it is.
And how are you going to get
right.
easier? How are you going to get more efficient than phone?
No, I know it's one word, and it's also let's see, pick up sticks with our butt cheeks. Oh, there you go, Sammy. Way to go. She's
now we are PTA quotes.
She's quoting Thanksgiving already, and here's another. Speaking of Thanksgiving,
wait! What are you doing?
I'm mashing the potatoes.
By hand, you're supposed to whip potatoes. That way, every bite tastes the same.
Well, isn't that a bit bland?
Hello, welcome to potatoes. Could you just once cook a traditional Thanksgiving meal? I mean, look at this cranberry sauce. It's supposed to keep the shape of the can. Quiver a little bit. What are all these little chunks in there?
Those are cranberries.
there you go. You see.
Who knows what that's from? Don't say anything.
Yeah, but if you do want to come on a tote board and say, guess what'll happen? Your name, yes, it does.
Boingity, boingity, boingity. That's the hopper.
A hopper. Yes, boingity, boingity.
Boingity, boingity, biggity, biggity, bongity.
Boingity, boingity, circles and squares. Yes, it'll go in the hopper. And then when we draw a name, which we will sooner than you think, you possibly could win the Lounge Around the House game.
That's right.
Beautifully adorned, Bob.
In a burnt orange corduroy case. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a small pocket of the audience who appreciate the burnt orange corduroy. I don't know if it's the burnt orange they appreciate, or it's the corduroy, or if it's the combo.
Well, you know,
we could ask them afterward.
Afterward, and there are two new players, little token players. The little board pieces named Milt and Silt.
Oh wait, Tracy was.
Oh, look at Amy New Fraser. Amy New Fraser. Way to go, Amy. Amy's in the hopper.
Oh, okay, good. So Tracy either forgot I'm doing the show.
We need coffee, yes.
Hi, you're part of the Lounge Show with Bob Doyle and Rob Scott. It airs every Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Clock on the wall says 6:18, meaning we are in the show, and so are you. We're talking Frasier. Amy just got that word, and therefore her name goes into the hopper.
You bet it does.
So we do have a bag of coffee. I think I could be wrong. It could be time to get some more coffee, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm actually not caffeinated. This is not caffeine, I don't think, unless it's from this morning.
Wow. That's impressive. I know Rob has his tea.
I do have my tea.
That's right. He does have his tea. And I just had water or something. I don't know. I'm hiding from your children's friends.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And we just got a new one. Did you know that?
I did hear about that after the fact-ish.
Yeah.
So, like right before the fact-ish, yes.
Uh-huh. Definitely before I heard about the fact.
Yes, I was not.
I just wanted to make sure, when the doorbell rings around here, it's like, all right, what's going to happen now? So it was just a kid. So. All right. Well, look, Tracy, I think we should get back to the show. Rob's just kind of sitting there staring at the.
I'm fine. I love it. I love this.
Oh no, she's happy. He's happy. Never mind. He doesn't want to say anything. He just wants to. All right. So is that it about coffee?
That really was all that I was calling for, because I was not paying attention at the time while I was at the grocery store. So do please forgive me. I know how Lat Bat should know these things, but
well, it's a live appearance from the Lat Bat, and we were just getting ready to talk about you. Seriously, so it's perfect timing.
Aww, you guys are the best. All right, well, I love you both. I love everyone that's watching, and I will see you momentarily when I get back.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Lat Bat.
Lat Bat, lovely and talented.
Booth announcer Tracy.
There you go.
And every now and then, just doesn't seem like a Saturday.
No, and last Saturday was so not a Saturday that my daughter looked all over the county for me. So
That's right.
New rule: can't take a shower at 9 o'clock
Right.
on a Saturday.
That's right.
That's it.
Not
So,
at 9 o'clock.
on a Saturday. No, we're going to play the song that I played for you before the show began. Because, and in fact, not funny, haha, but Bob and I want to play so many different things during the course of the lounge show every week, but local ordinances prohibit playing certain things. But this one we can because it's an original. It's an original piece. And so here's the let's see. I have to actually find it now, Bob.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's not professional.
It isn't professional at all.
I thought this was a show, gosh darn it.
Well, I'm looking here.
Preparation and practice and rehearsal.
Wow.
Operating like a fine, well-oiled machine.
Bob,
I'm filling the time. Press play and I'll shut up. But until then, somebody's got to talk to these people.
I can't, and all of a sudden now I just can't find it. I can find that I had planes train. Oh, here it is. I found it. Okay.
All right.
Anyway, I told Bob was listening for a second, then I explained what this was. Should I tell what it is or should I play it first? You call the ball on that. Here's the thing, though. My sister asked me. I'll just tell. My sister Kimberly. She's since retired from the craft, but she was a nurse for years and years, and for 15 or so of those years, she was an oncology nurse, pediatric oncology nurse. So there was, obviously it was a tough gig because these young children have cancer, and when they would finish their chemotherapy, that was a big thing. It is for adults too, but even more so for kids. And so she asked me if I could put together some sort of a song, a little tribute or something that they could play when each of these patients got done with their chemotherapy. And this is the song I came up with. And the neat part is I do all the singing, all 4 parts.
Let's sing to you. That's right to you. You didn't know what you could do.
I'll drink some tea.
It took a while, now it's all done. Now it's over, congrats, you have won.
Key change.
Let's sing to you, let's sing to you, that's right to you. You didn't know what you could do. Let's clap our hands and sing out loud. No doubt you got to be proud. Let's sing to you. You didn't know what you could do. We sing to you.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
Okay, come on. Well, you can do better than that, but you're not gonna. You're not the right clap. So now that this is
you're not the right clap. What could be misinterpreted? But go on.
So now that this is my second listening because I heard it before. Yeah. Now my next question is, okay, where'd the music bed come from?
I found it. I just found
under the couch. That's where they always are. They skitter up under there when you turn on the lights.
I think it was between the cushions, not under the couch, but
between. Oh, really? They can jump up now. Well, they've evolved.
So yeah, it was just a gospel-y, generic, anyone can use it, a music bed, and I then just invented the melody and the lyrics.
So now, was this before? This was after Mother Son. So clearly, that was the inspiration.
It may have been after Mother Son.
Yeah, you said 2008, right?
Yeah, 2008.
So I was in the bigger house in 2007, and Mother Son was definitely at the house before that. So
yeah, Mother Son was in the middle lounge house. Although not anymore.
I wish you could share that.
Yeah, I have it somewhere. I know I do. I have. We're teasing.
I know. Okay, let me at least not be that obnoxious. It's just a piece of audio that I have this electronic toy that I got 1,000,000 years ago. It's still so cool to this day. And anyway, it allows you to like sing, but play on the keyboard, and wherever you play will be other of your voice singing the harmony. Okay, so it's very finely tuned.
It was AI of its time, if you think about it.
It definitely was. It definitely was. So yeah. I could sing a note and then play the whole chord, and then it would play the chord. So I just one day I was testing it and extemporaneously came up with this little song, that we have later called Mother's Son.
Mother's Son.
Because those lyrics
There's
got thrown
lyrics
in
that
at the
say
very,
Mother's
very
Son.
end of this rambling. It was truly not planned and just a test. The problem is it's inappropriate for the lounge show, right?
Although we could put a little MP3 thumb drive with that song inside the Lounge Around the House game.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I love it. That's right. There's some incentive, like for the first
That right
however
there, because
many.
that's truly behind the scenes, the whole thing. For the true loungeite, for the true lounge head who has everything.
They're gonna. In fact, we don't even label it.
No.
They have to know from watching the show. What's this thumb drive? Maybe
Right.
they'll put it in. Maybe they won't. But if they put it in,
it'll
they're
have
gonna
Mother's
get
Son on it.
Mother's Son. And what else?
Yeah.
What else could? That's a rich, rich, rich opportunity to share some lounge lore in audio
Lounge
form.
lore. Right, lounge lore.
So, like, we could find
Lounge lore.
Okay, where the hell is Rob Scott?
Yeah.
Like this.
That's lounge lore. That could be on there.
But like, we could have the extended mix of Chim Chimney, the full 47 minutes.
Yeah, I don't think that.
Hey, you said the true lounge fan, right? They could
Yeah,
just
the
hit
lounge
that,
head.
and then they
They're
could
called
do.
lounge heads.
Are they okay?
Yeah.
And then, but they could do the dishes. And then occasionally we'll throw in a stupid joke, and they'll be mowing the lawn. This is the best $7.99 I've ever spent, or whatever.
Now, especially with Bluetooth, now they can take it anywhere. It can be in the car.
Right.
You can just
In
have.
fact, what am I talking about? It's included with select editions of the Lounge Show game and the Orangeburg quarter thing. It's not. They're not for sale at any price.
No, you can't get these at your local grocer.
Or your 5 and dime.
No, or the guy who makes candlesticks. Can't find them there.
Butcher. What about that guy?
But there's going to be a little thumb drive, an MP3 thumb drive inside the Lounge Around the House game.
I think it should have a cool shape, or maybe it should just look like a regular thumb drive, so as not to call attention to itself. But we have an opportunity there. Back in the day, it could have been a cocktail glass or a beer bottle or something that said "drinking," but that's not the day anymore. So
no, it isn't.
So what would
I
be
thought of that too the other day. It's interesting you bring that up about the two of us. We haven't had a drink in a while, and jeepers did we do some damage when we both decided to pursue that pastime at the same time.
That's right, Rob, and created a lot of recycling.
Yeah. Your children, one of your daughters made you a whole piece of art out of wine cork.
They sure did. That was an interesting statement gift.
It is.
I got a whole. It's in the house. It's here somewhere.
It's very nice. It took a lot of work, and it was very creative.
But it's a big frame that they put all the wine corks that we saved them for whatever reason. I guess so that we could one day get a sarcastic gift from our children. Right. Anyway, it just says, "Hey, look how much you drank this year." But isn't this cool art? You'll show it to people, but you sure did drink all that.
That wreath too on my back porch here. I had a wreath that a woman made. She says, "I can make wreaths," and I go, "Yeah, well, I really don't need a wreath." It seems kind of silly with a wreath. It was like a home and gardens thing that she used to do.
Of course,
a coworker. No, she made mine out of Golden Monkey beer bottle caps.
Oh, okay.
And she goes, "What do you? But I can do it on your pastime. What's your pastime?" And I seriously said, "I go, well, drinking beer. I like to drink beer." And she said, I seriously said that. There's another red flag. What's your favorite pastime? Drinking beer.
And the first thing that comes to mind.
The first thing that popped in. And so she said, well, bring me in a bottle cap or two or save some up. And like within 2 weeks, I brought in like 100. I think I freaked. Did you have a party? No.
Hey, look, check it out. Tracy Samuel Starr now, and she's not a Facebook user.
No, she's not. But
just brief applause there for that. We won't. Well,
I had to do a double take.
Oh my God.
I did because yay, she says. Yeah, now her name comes. Well, I also saw that the lovely and talented booze announcer Tracy changed her profile picture on.
I've lost her. Is she here? Where are you, Tracy? No, wait.
She's going to get coffee. Wasn't she going to get coffee?
Oh yeah, that's right. She's at the store. But how is she? What is she doing? Is she wandering the aisles saying yay?
You can take the lounge anywhere, Bob. The lounge is a traveler.
And with those words, I am the hell out of here. I've had enough of this foolishness. Thanks for nothing. They never paid me.
You've been watching The Lounge Show with Rob Scott and Bob Doyle. Join us every Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, and tell your friends and family to do the same. After all, we'd do it for you if you had a show. Probably.